So we're Circle MC Farms out of Bailey, Texas, and my name's Troy McDonald, and we're a custom baler and hay producer here of about 1,000 acres up in northeast Texas, and we produce a little bit of everything from annual crops like oats and sorghum Sudan all the way to Bermuda grass and just your native prairie grasses. We tried to start getting them more serious with our tillage and being able to put in annual crops. And so I started looking for a better alternative to what I was using, and didn't really believe what people were claiming about these until I got a chance to actually run one and see it in person. So it's a TM 1000, which is the 10-foot model of the Turbo Max. The draw for me on this machine was being able to adjust the angle and use it not just to chop residue up, but to actually turn some soil with it. We use it for everything from primary tillage, secondary, all the way through our finishing pass. I was able to trade in a couple of discs and a field cultivator on it, and I hadn't missed any of them because this thing's just so versatile. We use it when we're renovating hay fields, putting a new crop in for the next year, as well as some pasture maintenance. If the cows rutted up really bad, we can go in there and smooth it up, as well as using it to establish some cover crops and or some winter grazing. The thing with us is this clay, it rains, and about 3 days later is when it's perfect, and the day after that, it's too dry again. And so the advantage for this with me is being able to get in there in that window when it's perfect, and instead of leaving big slabs like a regular disc would, these vertical tillage coulters will just go in there and kind of shatter the ground, and then the attachments on the back really smooth it out and leave a decent finish even while it breaks the soil up. And kind of what we went from doing, I'm making about 3 passes from start to finish with this. Before we were making anywhere from 5 to 7 passes to get the ground ready, and trying to fit that in between rains, and everybody's busier than ever with their schedule, and it just didn't work out very well. And it was kind of a gamble getting rid of all those other pieces of equipment and wondering if it was going to work. But I continue to be surprised by it and how well it works, because you go out in the first pass, it roughs it up a little bit because you're throwing some clods, but the second pass it really starts to lay it down good, and we'll come back on a third pass and we'll lift the machine up a little bit, about 2 inches deep, and we run about 9 miles an hour. And the back end of that machine really busts up those clods and powders the soil up so that we have a seed bed to go into. And I've planted some oats into some ground that I've done with this machine and didn't even have to harrow behind it. And it was just that good that I was able to drill straight into it. I had a couple of buddies that had them, and they told me it was basically the best thing since sliced bread. And of course, I didn't believe them, and I finally got to demo one, and I bought it about a week later. We're able to run in wet soils and our dry soils, and just a range of different conditions where we wouldn't have been able to run at all before, and that allows me to get some tillage done that just wouldn't have gotten done before.